Hey guys, what's up? So, whenever I went out to start skating this morning, I didn't really have any plans other than to warm up and go through my tricks. But I came up with two new ones to learn, and I am taking a break right now, but I have another trick I'm working on, so this video is going to be another learning process, and I am about to get warmed up, so enjoy. Short sleeve activated, let's go. It feels so good out today. Dr. Pepper is the poison of choice today. Let's go. The more often I drink it though, the more it tastes like syrup, so need a monster to filter out the taste here in a little. All right, so before I get into the trick that I really want to learn today or start trying to learn, I am going to try to learn crook nollie back 180. I do the half cab crook back 180 daily, and so I don't think it'll be much of a challenge. It'll just be another trick I need to do and get off the list, because someone commented crook nollie back heel, and I think that would be a pretty good trick to do for sure. There's a clip of Gustavo Ribeiro doing crook nollie backside flip, and so with an ollie back heel, it's about the same, so it would be pretty cool. So let's get into learning that, and then after I land a crook back 180, hopefully, I have another trick I want to start trying to learn today. I forgot, before we start trying the trick, I had to crack open this bad boy. I just barely heel tapped, so I'm going to try to do that one more time. I wasn't originally going to try this one, but I feel like it'd be pretty easy onto a rail because whenever you crook on a rail, it naturally kind of turns a little straight sometimes. So I feel like since you don't have the flat ledge kind of blocking you from turning out easier, it'd be quicker to learn on a rail. So let's go ahead and knock it out on a rail, and then I can get into the other trick I've been wanting to try today. Also, before I forget how I was feeling when I was learning that trick, it was a little different than I thought. It wasn't bad at all by any means. It took probably like 20 tries at most. The only hard part is getting into the crook with your back kind of turned. Like, you have to be ready to have the turnout. That's why the half cab crook in is easy, because you're already winding up. So the only hard part about that trick is getting the wind up. But once I was in the motion of it and trying it for a couple times, it wasn't bad at all. Anyways, let's learn it on the rail and then get into the main trick I want to try today. I'm gonna give the rail a crook real quick and then get into the 180 out. Okay guys, my thoughts were correct. It is much easier on the rail. I almost did it second try, I think. I'll watch back. But took probably like half the time it took for the ledge. Anyways, the main trick that I've been hinting at the whole video, I haven't said it because it's kind of hard and I'm not sure if I can get it on one video, but I'm at least gonna try it today. And the trick is backtail big flip. I saw a video of Tom Asta doing them not too long ago, and he said it's like the big spin out just with a little flick. And in theory, it makes sense to me. So hopefully if I spam a lot of backtails and get comfortable with them, I'll do a couple big spins out to get everything comfortable, you know, and then hopefully add a little flick. I've had trouble with getting backtail kick flips the past few months consistent. It's hard for me to get the little dip down and then flick out, but I do the big spin out more, and I feel like it would require less flick for the big flip compared to the kick flip. But anyways, let's get into trying that and see how they feel. Before I get into trying the big flip out, I'm gonna get used to some back tails and do a couple big spins out per chance. The backtail biggie was second try, so I'm just gonna get into trying to learn the flip out and see how it feels. All right, chat, before I get into trying it anymore, I'm gonna go in and rest for a little. Been skating for a couple hours and I'm at the point where whenever I get into a backtail, it doesn't feel like I have full control over it. So that's how I know I need to rest for a little bit, and then we can come back out, fresh mind, and hopefully get closer. I flicked one of them out, like first couple tries, that felt pretty good. So I see what Tom Asta meant whenever he said it's like a big spin out just with a little flick, because it feels like it's definitely doable. So this is a trick I am definitely going to push through for, because I've been wanting to get something like this for a minute. Big flip out of a trick just sounds epic too, so that gives me even more reason to do this. But I'm gonna come out later, try it again, and hopefully get closer. As long as I'm progressing with it, I'm good. And I am happy with myself, but I am pretty certain that I can get this one if I put in the work. So I think that's just what we're gonna have to do, and hopefully we can get it somewhat soon. All right, guys, I just warmed back up and did a couple back tails and a back tail big spin. So now I'm gonna try to get the flip out. All right, so I'm not feeling as good with them as I was earlier, or I wasn't even feeling too good with them earlier. That's fine. I'm gonna try some more another day. This is my first time putting some time into it, and I'm glad I was able to get the flick out, sort of. I'm gonna do some back tails for probably like the next hour and really get them down, because it feels like as soon as I get into the back tail, my foot just really wants to flick out immediately. And to do it properly, I need to learn how to get into the back tail, slide it, and then flip out. Because whenever I learned back tail big spin, they were kind of like a tap, and I feel like for a back tail big flip, I'd be more comfortable sliding it and then flipping out. Anyways, I'm gonna work on my back tails, and that might be the end of this video. So I will be making another one on the trick process of learning this once I feel the time is ready and I'm ready to get closer to it. All right, since I didn't get too close to the back tail big flip, I'm gonna put in some clips from the other day at the Russellville event. All the clips are on a GoPro from my homie Mike. He goes by the name Launch Rampers on Instagram and YouTube. But I'm gonna put all those clips in here. It's a bit of repetition because I was just going over tricks for my run, but there's a couple extra tricks I was just playing around with. So I'll put those in, and now I will peace out.